Welcome back to Champlain Unplugged. I'm joined here by Kellin Quinn and Nick Martin, two members of the platinum-selling group Sleeping with Sirens. How are you guys?
Doing really well. Thanks for having us.
Doing good. Platinum. Sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Probably never gets old to hear that. Huh?
No, it's cool. It's very, very cool to hear. Yeah. We never think about it.
And now that you guys are kind of in town, kicking off a new era, take me back to the old days. Do you remember the feeling of like when you guys first hit the scene and went viral and went big?
New York City is the first time I ever got chased down the street.
Wow.
The very first time. Yeah. I was like helping the band move all the equipment in, which is rare because singers don't usually do that. So I just want to give myself a shout out for helping. But I was like pushing some stuff down the sidewalk and a girl screamed in line and then like 4 or 5 other people chased me down the street. And I was like, what is happening?
I mean, Sleeping with Sirens really got big during that MySpace era. What do you miss from that time and what do you not miss?
Getting to kick people out of your top 8.
Yeah, what a great feeling.
Yeah. Why am I not in your top anymore?
And you just know it stung when you did that.
See, I was at the tail end of that era, so I feel like I didn't get the fun stuff. I made a MySpace and it was gone like a week later.
God, sometimes I wish they would bring it back, but maybe it's just one of those things that it's best that it just lived when it was around and we move on from it.
Were there any artists that influenced you guys in those early days?
For me, probably Linkin Park. Chester Bennington is one of my favorite singers of all time, so he's definitely a big influence on me.
Yeah, for me, I was just a big Green Day guy. Loved Nirvana. Grew up in like the massive era of grunge and then got into punk rock. So I think that those two bands for sure were pretty seminal for me. Yeah.
And a lot of bands right now from that Warped Tour era are kind of having this big resurgence. Obviously, Warped Tour is back. Why do you think that is?
People like rock concerts.
Yeah, I think there's a craving for nostalgia for sure, but I think it's kind of the full circle moment of maybe people really wanting something real. So for us, it's real guitars, it's real drums, it's really him singing. I think people are just craving that. So I think we're just fortunate enough to be kind of riding that wave of people wanting realness. And I'm stoked that we're able to kind of bring that to the table because we want to be doing that and not faking our way through it. I almost cussed.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now you bring up nostalgia too. Do you guys ever struggle with kind of staying nostalgic, but also evolving into this new era that you're in now?
No, because I don't think we've really strayed too far from like maybe just like a couple albums we did. But I feel like we've always kind of just stayed true to who we are. And I feel like the last few records for sure have been in line with like how we started, maybe a little bit more developed, but I mean the songs that we play, like the nostalgic songs, they still feel current. So it doesn't feel like we're playing something that's dated. It just feels like we're playing something that's aged really well.
And now you guys are back with Rise Records. This is the first time since Feel. What made it a point for you guys to go back in this direction?
It just felt right. Sean at Rise has been with us since the beginning of our career, and when we were up in our contracts, had like breakfast with him, and it just felt right. Felt like it was meant to be. So I always like to follow my gut when it comes to things like that, and it just felt like the right one.
Yeah,
decision.
It felt really seamless. Like we didn't shop around, I don't think at all. I think we just knew that was where we needed to go, and it feels good to be with Rise. They're amazing. Since
2022, Tony Pizzuti is part of the lineup. Tell me about how that chemistry was instantly.
Tony's very funny. He's like the sweetest, kindest, like most
he's so gentle,
like loving person I've ever met in my life. But we make this joke that we say Tony's jammed up because he gets like super like flustered about things.
Yeah, he gets in his own head.
And so we like to give him a hard time about that. But he's like the most killer guitar player ever.
He's been incredible. Yeah. And I think he really brought us into the next chapter of Sirens, like just in a really awesome, beautiful way. Like writing with him, being in a studio with him, he's just the man. We love having him with us.
Yeah, because you guys both on the guitar, you have to mesh well.
Have to, absolutely. And he is like guitar virtuoso, and I just feel like I'm still learning the guitar when I have to play with him. But he's just incredible what he does. So definitely an inspiration for me.
And with members of the group kind of over the years coming and going. Obviously, he just joined in 2022. How do you guys still keep the fans attached?
They get attached on their own.
Yeah. That's not us.
Like when we started incorporating Maddie and Tony and stuff, it's like we kind of like almost like it's like a soft release or something. And then the fans are just like, why isn't Tony out at meet and greet? Why isn't Maddie out at meet and greet?
Yeah, we want more Tony.
Yeah, we want more Tony, we want more Maddie. So it's on them really. Like I think like we're very lucky though, because every member that we have in our band is just very like, they're welcomed, you know? And I think that everybody in our band is very nice and friendly. So
absolutely.
More from Sleeping with Sirens after the break. All right, now let's talk about why we're here. The album, June 12th, and Ending in Itself. Talk to me about the inspiration for this project.
The inspiration for this project was really to just get back in a room together and like find a way to get back to the root of why we started doing music in the first place. And I think like picking Will Yip, again, like coming back to just like serendipity moments, like Will was just the most random decision. I just was listening to like his artists, like Turnstile had just put out a record, and big fan of like Title Fight and Citizen. And I just sent him a DM on Instagram and said, hey, what do you think about doing one of our records? And he freaked out and it was awesome. But like just getting back together in a room and like all of us contributing to the songs and just, you know, really getting back to the space of like what makes our band our band. That was like really what this album's all about. And I think we did a really, really good job.
I love that you slid into Will Yip's DMs.
I did. I said, hey, Will.
That's the most like 2026 way.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. Now, what made you go with this name?
So for me, it's like, I feel like the last two records and this album all kind of live in the same world in some way. And I think like, it's a good way to close out a chapter of our career and then make space for whatever comes next. So I felt like this album is like a round out of how it feels to be lost and complete collapse. And yeah, I just feel like they live together. So I just thought Ending in Itself would be great, but it's also like the beginning of whatever's next.
I got to listen to it already, so ha ha ha. It was very good. It feels heavier and more instinctive, kind of like the past albums. Was that intentional?
I mean, I think that we just have a lot more fun playing stuff that's energetic. I don't know that I would call us a heavy band. We have like heavy attributes, I guess, but like it really just comes down to like, what do we like playing live and what is the type of music we enjoy performing? And some of the past records, it's like we'll put out these singles and we don't really play them, or we'll put out like certain songs and not really play them. And it's just because we don't connect with them in like a live setting.
Yeah.
So this time around, we really wanted to make a record where we could feel like we could play every single song front to back and put on like a really awesome show with it.
Yeah, I think being intentional and being conscious of the live aspect of it was big for this. You know, like, would this be fun to play live? And I think that's keeping the fans in mind, but just for us, like keeping this exciting and like what excites us every day. Like what can we create that like gets us amped up every single day and being on tour, and what do we want to rip? So yeah.
Which songs from the project are your favorites, and what are you most looking forward to playing live?
For me, I think An Ending in Itself, Forever Always, and Left on Repeat will be my favorite songs to play live.
Mine will probably change tomorrow, but today my answer is Paralyzed and God in My Head. Very excited for those two.
Yeah. And you guys have released 2 songs from this project already. Why did you go with those 2?
Because we were told to. No.
We had no say. It was against our will.
I think An Ending in Itself was like the obvious choice because it was like the first song that we wrote together. It was the first like song that we completed, and we were just like, oh my gosh, we can't wait to keep making this record. And so for me, I was like, that has to be a single. Because if you like a song from the very beginning all the way to like the album being mixed and it still stands out,
That
then
says a lot.
it's got to say something. So
Yeah.
Other songs on this album are called PTSD, God in My Head, and Paralyzed. These titles, they feel extremely personal. Did it ever become emotionally overwhelming?
I mean, they always do. It's crazy because like I was talking to somebody else about this, but I said like sometimes I'll listen back to older records and I can like immediately put myself in the place that I was at, or maybe even think back and like just have a better perspective. And so I always say like music is very magical and you like channel it from this other place. And I think subconsciously we say things that might be like presently something we're going through, or it might be something that we've gone through that we're just now kind of understanding. So I think it just kind of like, for me, every song that we write, whether it lives now or it's something that I go back to and reference, like they all come from right here. So
I think that translates so well. Like even for me, listening to what he writes, you know, for me to make a connection to what he's saying, I'm sure people connect to it in so many different ways. And it can be, like he said, pertainable to something you're currently going through, or something you think about that you went through that brings up or like invokes some sort of emotion. But I think Kellin does a great job of wearing his heart on his sleeve when he's writing. And I think that's always, again, like translated so well to our fans, but also just being in a band with them. It's amazing to see what he comes up with.
I mean, for you to wear your heart on your sleeve and put yourself forward, is it harder to do that, or would you feel it's harder to not put forth that emotion, like write from pain versus not having any feeling in the songs?
I don't know. I've only done it one way.
He knows no other way.
I can just say from experience of working with, you know, other songwriters, and we've done that before on a couple records, like there'll be these people that come in the room and they'll have like all these ideas and stuff. But if I feel like I can't make it pertainable to my life, then it's not going to be something that I do. It just has to like feel like it comes from here, because I feel like anytime I've forced something or anytime I've written a song that doesn't feel like it comes from my heart, then it just doesn't work for me, and it doesn't work for anybody else listening. So,
yeah.
And if fans can take one thing away from this album, what would you want that to be?
I guess my thing is just like to say like, hey, we're all going through it and you're not alone and you're seen. And I'm thankful that, you know, music has done something for my life and has got me through good times and bad times. And if you got a song on there that you listen to with your friends and it gives you guys like joy and excitement, then awesome. And if it gets you through a hard time, then that's what we're here for. So.
And this one always throws people off, but it's my favorite to ask. If this project could be a track list for a movie, what movie would you want it to be?
Ooh.
Jurassic Park.
I would have never guessed I love that.
I just say Jurassic Park because it's my favorite movie.
I don't know why, but I'm choosing Independence Day.
Okay.
I just think Will Smith just being a badass and
yeah, high energy. I like that.
Yeah, Independence Day.
We've been talking about aliens a lot. So.
Yeah, maybe
okay, so an alien movie too would work.
Yeah, it's just kind of buried in my brain right now.
If 2013 Sleeping with Sirens walked in the room and saw you guys making this album, what would they think?
I was gonna make a joke, but
do it.
Do it.
I was gonna say, dang, everything's more expensive. What was the question? I'm sorry.
No, if you guys walked in the room and saw yourselves, 2013, you making this project, how would you feel? What would you think?
I would be proud. I think I would say that we sound a lot more together, sound a lot more. I don't want to say mature because I feel like that sounds old. But just like more, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for, Nick?
What do you mean? What are you trying to get at?
Like, I just want to say that we sound more refined, I guess.
That's a good word. I like that.
Refined.
Yeah.
If I walked in the room, I'd go, cool, I'm still alive.
We've made it this far.
We made it. Yeah.
And a lot of fans, I mean, I'm a comment reader. I shouldn't be, but I was reading the comments. Everyone seems to be really happy with what you guys have put out there so far from this project. Everyone's saying it's kind of a return to your original form. Is that a lot of pressure with what's to come still with the project?
I feel like no one's really ever like, I don't know, some of the comments where people say like, oh, I wish they still sounded like heavy or whatever. I'm like, when did we ever?
Yeah.
So I think that it's flattering when people say that it sounds like a return to our old sound, but to me, I feel like we've always kind of sounded like us, and we didn't like. It's not like something we tried to do. It just feels like all of those things kind of aligned naturally, and I think that's the best way that it should happen.
I try not to read the comments, so thank you for relaying that and saying they were positive. That's very awesome.
I think it'd be more fun to just talk about the negative comments, to be honest.
Honestly, I haven't seen any. Not to hype you guys up too much, but I really haven't seen any.
All right, we'll take that. Well, when you find the negative comment,
we'll come back.
Let's chat about it. Yeah.
And for all the fans who are finding so many similarities to the early days, Is there anything different they can expect with this project?
I think in the middle of the record and towards the end of the record, there's some songs that I just think they're our best work as far as like the music, the lyrics, the melodies. So enjoy the singles, but make sure you listen to the whole thing. I know that life comes at you real fast nowadays, but
Yeah, sit down.
I don't know, burn a candle, put some headphones on, lay on your floor and listen to it.
I like that.
If you've got a clean floor, if your floor is dirty, don't lay on
do
it.
that. No.
Or clean it.
Or clean
use
it.
it to clean too.
Yeah, you can use it to clean too.
There you go.
And then lay on the floor.
Yeah, multi-purpose. You guys have a busy summer, of course. It's festival season. Will we be getting a tour with this album as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I said, everything's so much more expensive.
Get ready. Save your money up.
But yeah, absolutely. We'll be back on the road. We're excited to announce some things very, very soon. So
We'll be checking constantly.
Hell yeah.
And lastly, with the album, to wrap this part up, if one song from this project could play anytime you guys walked in a room, like kind of like the Sleeping with Sirens theme song, which would you pick?
Whoa.
Wow.
A lot of pressure right there.
You go first, Nick.
Probably Paralyzed. Just because it's so intense right off the bat. Like, I just want to walk into a room with that just blaring and just be like, yeah, let's go.
That song to me is like kind of like walking around New York right now.
Yeah. Kind of intense.
Kind of intense.
Next music video.
There it is. I like that.
I think Left on Repeat because it's very bouncy and it's got like a little vibe to it. So
I like that.
and it starts with just like one guitar not plugged in with the riff. And I go, na 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 na. Do some of that in there, you know?
That.
Ooh, we
I
put
just-
little vocals. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Just throw a little
Can you
na
do
na
that
in
again?
there.
Do it
Yeah,
again?
please.
Na 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 na.
Actually, can you just start singing like our theme song too?
Right?
please? Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
But yeah, I want to do some na-nas and I want to have like a little riff when I walk in, you know?
And now, Nick, I'm going to pivot into your personal life.
Okay.
I have to do this.
Mhm.
Here at our station, we are huge reality TV show fans.
Same.
You are dating one of our favorite reality stars. So
That's awesome. I'll pass on the word.
So our head anchor, her name's actually Lauren Maloney. So she likes to
Oh.
say that her and Katie are like soul sisters.
I like that.
Will we be seeing you on House of Stassi?
I may or may not be on the show. You just have to wait and see. Wait until it premieres in July, and we'll chat then.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you at the Hulu day. Was that in the pictures?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It
I like
was.
the direction this is going.
It was a very, very cool event. Very cool to see what Katie's working on. So supportive. So stoked for Lever to Death. So it's very, very cool to see.
I can confirm that I won't be on the show. Just to confirm.
Just plot twist. He's on every scene.
Not that I would
know,
want
right?
to. I mean, but I just
There's a hard confirmation right there.
Yeah.
We're big
to
Katie
confirm.
Maloney fans. So
Awesome.
I had to ask.
So am I. So I get it.
Do you like put forth anything from your relationship, or does she inspire any of your live performances or what you put
I mean,
forth to the music?
I think more than anything else, she just inspires me on a daily basis. So obviously that affects, I guess being on the road, but I think more so it's just her support. And she's like such a big Sirens fan too. So she loves coming out, and she's been on tour with us a couple times, and she guts it out on the tour bus with a bunch of boys. And, but yeah, I mean, of course, having that kind of love and support from her just makes what I do even more enjoyable.
she's
So,
very nice.
yeah.
Yeah, she's the coolest.
Can confirm.
I can confirm she's very nice.
I love, you heard it here first. And now for the both of you, when you look back at everything you've accomplished as a group, what are you the most proud of?
I mean, I think it's a long list of things to be proud of. I mean, I think the fact that we're still doing this is something that I'm very proud of. I think it's one of the hardest jobs in the world and one of the hardest industries to have any semblance of success in. So for us to have that is something I'm so proud of every day, and never take it for granted. And I wake up every single day when we're on tour and just feel like so humbled. And then I get to do it with my best friends is like, what more could I ask for? So I'm very, very proud of that.
I'm proud of myself for being vulnerable, and I'm proud of myself for drinking water.
That's a good one.
Good job, bud.
Because water is good for you. So make sure you drink some because you got to stay hydrated.
And it's expensive now too.
And it's really expensive,
Yeah, all these things, man, it's so expensive.
but you still need it.
Yeah.
So my next question too is going to be, if you could go back and give early you some advice, what would it be other than save your money? because everything's expensive.
Yep.
What would you tell yourself?
Drink water. I would go back and tell myself to enjoy the moment because it goes by really, really fast. And there's times where I like think back on just like the early part of our career. And I think that like everybody, you're wanting or you're expecting something to happen and you miss like the little moments. So enjoy the moment.
No, I agree. I think being present, that would be the advice. Just be as present as possible because it does go by really, really fast. And, for me, staying present allows me to truly enjoy what I do every single day and not thinking about tomorrow or what happened yesterday, just being present. Yeah.
And lastly, if you could describe this journey in just a sentence, what would that sentence be? I'm putting you on the spot.
Horrendous. No.
That's one word.
Don't curse too, remember?
Don't curse. Be polite. Try not to curse.
I'll just say ditto. I like that.
I like that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.